This workflow diagram depicts the incident management workflow. Let me go through this to explain how this works. Down here, we have users who have incidents that occur that must be recorded at the service desk. The user is called a service desk to record, classify, and prioritize incidents. Calls must be recorded, classified, and prioritized using the CMDB as a point of reference. For example, we must look up the user's name, their contact information, phone number, email, etc. If we do not find them in the CMDB, then we should notify them that they have called the wrong number. Every user must be in the CMDB. The CMDB contains information on all services, customers, users, products, infrastructure, devices, etc. If we can verify the user's information, we may be able to get to a resolution much quicker than if we did not have this information. Once we understand more about the user and the type of problem or incident that they're having, then we can search the known error database to see if we can find a match. If we can find a match in the known error database, then we should be able to restore the service as soon as possible. Checking the known error database for keywords determines certain standard operating procedures that can be used to restore that service much more quickly. The known error database contains workarounds and solutions to all known errors. It is the responsibility of problem management to make sure that this database, the known error database, is kept up to date. If we can find a solution in the known error database, we apply the workaround from the known error database, inquire as to whether or not it's working, and then go to closure, and our customer is happy. Ultimately, this is the route we want to take for almost all incidents. However, we recognize that when we search our known error database, we may not always find what we're looking for. The solution may not exist. At this point, we then go up this branch and go to escalation. The escalation can either be hierarchical or functional. Functional means it goes to a subject matter expert. Hierarchical means that it goes to an executive, the incident manager, somebody in management who will be inquiring as to why, for example, it's taking so long to restore this incident. Functional escalations are very typical. They are required to bring the service back up. For example, functionally escalating it to the network group, Unix group, database group. This then ensures that the proper resource is brought in to work on restoring that service. The investigation and diagnosis of workarounds is critical to success and the duration of all incidents. It is the responsibility of each functional group, but most importantly to the service desk, that the functional escalations are done in a timely fashion to restore that service as quickly as possible. Once we resolve, diagnose, and resolve the incident, we can go to closure. There are instances when we cannot resolve it. And at this point, we have to find out whether or not there's another way of resolving this, perhaps going to another support group. One of the things that we can do is notify problem management. But note that we are not performing the activities within problem management. Those activities include getting to the root cause, finding out why an incident occurred, which is not a part of the incident management process. As we go through this cycle of functional escalations, where each of these various different subject matter expert groups are working on the incident, for example, network group, Unix group, database group, each not being able to resolve the incident, we then have to come to a determination as to whether or not we need to hierarchically escalate this, because we cannot resolve this within the service level target or the timeline that has been identified within the service level agreement. This hierarchical escalation has to be managed. We need to determine whether or not it is a major incident or not. Major incidents are not problems. There are a specific process that is used to restore service as quickly as possible. We are not interested in getting to the root cause. We want to find a workaround if possible. We may later on find out that our solution was the root cause solution. In other words, it fixed it all and we don't have to do any more research. But that's just a coincidence. Incidents are never problems. Once a major incident has been resolved, because there is no other option here, then we can go to closure. Major incidents are not problems. This is a very high level incident management workflow.